Okay, so all the time I come up with a bajillion ideas. I have ADHD. It happens, but I can because I can come up with ideas so fast. I can execute on them fast, and even if I don't know if they're aligned, I start them and I go for them, and then obviously I could take my time and think about this. Is this practical? Is this not? Um, and many times I already know. I already know if something's not going to work. For instance, I want to set up my Arenda house, which is going to be spiritually aligned practitioners, and basically a healing center. Um, I recognize that it wasn't time yet for that. Um, my failure comes when I tell everybody what I'm doing. Um, Anyways, I went in, I even looked at a space, I got in the energy and the vibration of that, because that's what I need to do to rev myself up to follow those lines, because it's like you're supposed to follow your highest passion, your highest joy. It just happens that mine changed really quickly. um, that being said, I know it's something that's going to happen in the future, but I recognize that it's not necessarily always time now. And anyways, I should just keep my mouth shut sometimes and just not involve everybody in all my stuff. That being said, I knew intuitively that it wasn't the right time, because I don't have a ton of extra cash to put into a whole new business and start a whole new business. But I also believe that if something's meant to be, if I put the energy out, spirit will kind of open the doors and allow it to happen. Um, that being said, I'm in tremendous lessons right now, and that type of thing isn't meant to happen. It's kind of not a slow thing, but I'm meant to take stable steps over this year, to kind of retrain myself how to do things and how to work, and how to move forward with passion, and taking those, um, basically habitual steps that I'm retraining myself. I'm training myself how to do properly, how to work with my disability, if you will. But so I recognize, anyways, it's not the time for that. However, taking that energy and moving forward and getting excited about it excites me, and it revs up, and then it ends up having like an effect where it just ripples out. And so all of that energy that I took into that, it led to potential for this business having a partnership. It led to other jobs coming in. It led to other things happening, and potential other options in my spiritual field. And so there's I'm looking at starting a membership, an ethical spiritual alliance, if you will, for this, so we can kind of, weed out the fakes and the bad ones and all that stuff. But that being said, that energy of just doing it, it's like I know that something's not going to work out necessarily, at least at this time, or it's out of alignment with timing. Anyways, I tell everybody, and I shouldn't, because they my wife understands, but not many people other than her understand, and she thinks I'm nuts sometimes, and that's with love, but that's okay. But the thing is that energy is what's important, because I very intuitive, so I go off the energy, and I've been really getting good at like recognizing, what's my day like, what's the energy of today. Today was a super productive day, but at the same time, I had so many different things popping up, and I'm able to navigate it because of ADHD. I'm working in all these different worlds. Like I had a bank meeting, I had to do stallion stuff for clients, I had to send emails for that. I also had to go potentially do another thing with training in that field. And then also working on my spiritual stuff and taking videos, and then also helping out with the kids, and doing all that stuff. So it's like I can do that, but like today I woke up and I strained my neck, and so I did a bunch of stretching, and I've been in pain all day. But it's like those things happen, and it's like your energy, you just kind of know the day that's going to happen. So it's like, it's like I recognized to get through the day, I was going to have to do some self-care. So I stopped everything. I did some self-care. I did some rolling. I, made my neck feel a little bit better. Took some Advil, got the kids to school. Then I came back and had a shower and prepared myself for all the stuff that was about to hit the day. And I didn't even realize how busy it was, but energetically I knew that's what was going to happen. That there was going to be a lot today, and there was, and I was very productive today, and I really enjoyed being productive. But I'm also in a time where it's like you're understanding that you have to do something and you don't know why, and you know that it's like unnecessary, quote unquote, but you don't actually understand why many times you do something until after fact. So it's like I just go with it. I'm like, okay, this is my energy right now. I have to take this as far as I can until I can take it no further. And so I took it to the point where I set up a meeting. I found a place. I found a location. I did that, and I even explored it. And I was like looking at ways to make it happen. And then it couldn't. It wasn't. It's not feasible. I could push it a little further, but I hit that cap where it's like, okay, this just isn't the right time, and now my energy, my intuition is now matching what I already knew and what's come. But that energy carried forward into all these other things. So all these other things are going ping, 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 ping. So even if you know that something's not going to work out, if you want to do it or you want to try it, just do it. Just go for it, because that's what revs up your energy for everything else. And then the synchronicities happen. And again, in my life, I'm learning the day by day, the steps, like the little consistent things I'm doing. So it's like, that's just one of those things. It's like I'm recognizing that within myself. And so there's so many ways that happens, and so many ways that kind of comes to fruition. So I'm just waiting for my son. But don't deny yourself doing something just because it's not the right time. If for some reason you still feel the urge to do it, it's like that you have to do it even though it's not going to work out. It's this just weird intuition feeling, but it's there for a reason. So if you follow that, those synchronicities again align in ways you aren't expecting. So just be prepared for that. I hope that helps. Bye.